Hello, little scientists. My name is Haley, and even though we are in quarantine, we don't have to stop doing science because science is in everything that we do. And today I'm going to show you guys how to do a pH experiment in your very own kitchen with the help of an adult, lemon juice, baking soda, a red cabbage, and some water. Let's get started. Now, before we get into the actual experiment, let me explain a little bit of what pH is. So pH is the potential of hydrogen, and it's typically measured on a scale like this. And we have 1 through 6, and lower than 1 is acidic, while 7 is neutral, and then 8 and up is basic. Now what this means is that when you have a pH lower than 7, which is neutral, this is where water is, then that solution has more hydrogen ions in it than hydroxide ions. But when your pH is higher than 7, you have less hydrogen ions and more hydroxide ions. So if you have a pH of 3, then that solution has more hydrogen ions. And if you have a pH of 12, that solution has more hydroxide ions, which is OH. Now, the lower the pH, the more acidic, but the higher the pH, the more basic. So if you have a pH of 6, or a solution that's a pH of 6, and then you have a solution that's a pH of 2, the pH of 2 is going to be more acidic. But if you have a solution with a pH of 9 and then one with a pH of 13, the 13 is going to be more basic. Now this is a quick overview, and let's go on to the actual experiment. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to have the adult who's helping you cut up the red cabbage into little pieces. You're going to want about 1/3 of it. Now that our cabbage has been cut up or torn up, we are going to place it into our blender. Now, you're going to want to have 1 to 3 cups of water depending on how big your blender is. And once your water is in, you can just start plopping your cabbage in. Now, you're probably going to have some cabbage left over, which is great because that means you can do this experiment more than once. Now that we have our amount of water and cabbage that will fit, we are going to seal up the case and actually blend it. You can use whatever blender you have, whatever blender will work, but I probably let the adult helping you either do this by themselves or make sure that they're with you when you do this part. Now that our cabbage is blended, we are going to pour it out into a glass, and you're going to want to use a drainer or some kind of sift so that you can get the cabbage liquid out without any of the grit. Now what's so cool about this red cabbage juice is that red cabbage is a pH indicator, and that means that it is actually going to change the color of the solution based on the pH just by adding in some of the cabbage juice. So we have this in our lemon juice, and it turns a beautiful pinky red color, and in water it stays purple. And in water with baking soda, it turns a really beautiful deep blue. And the more blue something is, the more basic it is. This purple is neutral, and the pinker redder it is, the more acidic. And that means that you can try this at home, not only with lemon water and baking soda water, but anything in your kitchen that your adult will help you with. This means that you can try Sprite, you can put sugar in the water, you can put salt, you can put bleach, soap, vinegar, whatever you and your adult decide on, and you just plop in some red cabbage juice, and you can try to figure out based on the color change, is it more blue, is it basic, is it more pinky red, is it acidic, is it, seem purpley still and neutral, and you can test whatever you want. Always remember to be safe and make sure you have an adult with you. Hope you guys have a great day.